Yo, this is a real talk from the heart. I wasn't gonna say anything, but I'm kinda just not feeling it. Like I was okay today, and then I seen my daughter's grandma. Her dad is the one that raped her, right? And they really act like my daughter did something, And I was like, I had to say something because it went to my heart. Because I'm like, yo, how can you treat me and my daughter like my daughter and me did something to y'all? Like, y'all are the ones that should be trying to see what's going on with my daughter. Nobody ever even asked her side or anything. But I thought I was okay. I thought I was fine. And I'm like, I did this whole, video about like forgiveness. I'm forgiving, but it's like something is up when you have to face people. You know what I mean? It's okay when you don't have to face them. But it's like, what do you do? And all I said was, I was like, Dad, I hope that your son will get it right and like make this stuff right because he the one did this to my daughter, and not just my daughter, but probably both of my daughters. Just one isn't saying anything. You know what I mean? Because it's embarrassing. The one that is supposed to love you and protect you is the one that violates you. Think about that. I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine, yo, if my dad did something like that to me. Or, you know what I mean? And I've been raped, molested, but it was people that, wasn't like really dear to me, like my dad or anything, like, or my mom, never, you know what I mean? I couldn't imagine going through that. So just imagine you already being violated in ways from people, and then it's your parent. Could you imagine that? Like, literally. And I know every day, right? We all have some things that's going on in our life, right? But when are we going to just be like, yo, I messed up. Yo, own up to your stuff. Like, I own up to my stuff even when it hurts, yo. Like, I really messed up. I shouldn't have, you know what I mean? I may take it to God or whatever the case may be, but I'm like, yo, I really did. Like, how can I make this better? You know what I mean? Without it being, whatever. You know what I mean? And that's me. That's why I'm like, I really don't try like to do anything because it hurts me to apologize. Well, it hurted me before to apologize. I'm getting very better with this. You know what I mean? But I'm like, God, I can't be in this bubble because I done created myself in this bubble. And this is what it is because I don't even feel comfortable around certain people anymore. And it's like, I have to warm up to people. And it's like, as I'm dealing with me and my stuff, and it's like, Dad, God, I know they are not the problem. It's me. I'm the problem because I'm trying to figure out in my head this stuff. Now, my mind usually go running, you know what I mean? But it hasn't been running. And that's what really, really, really is bothering me because I'm like, normally, my mind would be everywhere. But now it's like, it's not even everywhere. It's just like, it's like, you ever feel like, something is wrong, but you don't really know what is wrong with you. But then when you start asking God, he starts telling you what is really wrong with you because we go around the problem and not pinpoint it like, yo, this is what it is. We want to sit up here and dance around it. I've never really been that type of person, but when it comes to certain issues and how I feel, I'm learning that I dance around my stuff because I don't want to face it. So I've been wanting to face this because I'm trying to grieve. I'm trying to go through these processes that I have to go through in life so I can be better. And you know what? It's not even for me. It's not even for me to go through. It's the moment, and I keep saying the moment that I really wanted to help my daughter, right? The moment God started helping me. So, yeah, I should have probably went through these processes as a teenager, but I buried them. I buried them so deep that when I was drinking, I would think about this stuff. And I would like, it would only come out when I was drinking. And I realized that because sometimes I would drink until I black out sometimes, right? And then I'd be like, dang, I said that. Ooh, can't take that back, right? And then it just so happened that I would be with people that would use what I said against me instead of like praying for me or anything. The people that I was vulnerable around, they actually they used that against me. My hurt and my pain, you know what I mean, when I was really like speaking my truth, but it was really my truth because I was drinking. But I really didn't mean it for it to come out in that state of mind. I really didn't. But when I realized it, it was like I was hurting, and that was my way of, numbing or talking about it in so much way. So much, it like in a way. But I'm just like, look, real talk from the heart, right? This is really from my heart, man. And we go through this. I'm not the only one that goes through this, man, where you gotta face your enemies because, people don't admit their wrongs. But it's like you hurting a generation, man. Like literally, you hurting your own seed. Like you gotta be a certain type of person who hurt their seed and don't care. Like even when I think about, my kids, and I'm like, I'm glad that I allowed myself to go through this to help them. And yeah, it hurts. But in the same token, we all getting healed. Like, I got it whereas though in my house, right, we're all about to get group therapy because I believe that we need it. So it's like people be like, we don't need therapy, we don't need help, da 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 da. Get the help, please. If they are recommending something, get the help. It's not all about, you monetarily or you getting stuff. Get the knowledge, get the resources that you need for you and yours. Because some of the issues that you may be going through is because you never got the proper help. And again, I keep telling myself, like what my mom said. She said, I wish that somebody would have got me the proper help, and then I probably would be further along than where I'm at right now. So it's like I use her words and what she said, and it penetrated me to be able to get my daughter to help. And in a process of me getting my daughter some help, now I'm getting the proper help that I need for myself as a rape victim, a molestation victim, and all this survivor victim, And it's like, it's weird to say this stuff, but this stuff is really real. And it's like levels to this thing. This trauma is really real. I'm watching my daughter go through on the outside of what I went through internally because I didn't have the words to say. I didn't, I shut down or I became an introvert. Whereas though I probably wasn't always an introvert, you know what I mean? But because of my trauma, it made me want to be internally and to stay to myself. So yes, Shantae has to warm up to you. It's nothing against you or anybody. It's me. I'm dealing with myself. And when you deal with yourself, you have to learn how to maneuver. And this is what people don't understand. You know what I mean? I have to really warm up to my family. I have to warm up to everybody that's around me. I mean, the closest ones to me, even with my kids, some days I got to check their temperature. You know what I mean? But I'm learning this, and it's self-awareness. So self-awareness is very important because if you know you, then you can tell somebody how to treat you and how to learn you. You know what I mean? So I'm learning me for me. And it's like, if I can't love myself properly, how am I going to be able to love my kids and my grandkids properly, and my siblings, my the people that I love, my friends, people, love to me is very important. It's very important to me to love you. Like, I love you. I really do, because I love people and I see past, what you are currently, because I am a believer, you know, and you know, I try to, be that person, but I'm only human at the end of the day. I can only do what I'm allowed to do, pretty much. Like, if you shun me, I'm human. Like, I feel it. Like, I'm a person too. You know what I mean? So it's like, I try, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to kill myself to try to do or please people. I can't do it no more. I will do it before and not be drained. And it's like today, it's all about me. I have to be happy. Why I have to be happy? Because life is too short. And I've been unhappy so many years in my life because I was dealing with something internally that I didn't even know how to deal with. So now God has given me the proper tools to deal with something that me and my kids are dealing with. You know what I mean? So, yes, it's real. It's levels to this thing. People won't seek the help that they need. But I'm telling you, once you start seeking the help and talking about these deep rooted issues that you buried, it would become so much better for you. Seriously, it really do. Just talking to a stranger and her recommending and having some resources available, which can help you mentally, physically, and emotionally. It's all about your health, man. It is. It's all about your internal state of mind, your mental health. Mental health is very important. I remember, seeing my mom suffer with some of the things that I suffer with, but I never knew what it was. You know what I mean? And now it's like it's a generation being counseled. You can say canceled, we can say counseled, but at the end of the day, we're getting the help that we need. Like, seriously, it's real. Like, people, it's like the public schools are mixed with all these people who need help. Not everybody, but some of them, right? But it's like, just imagine you're going through life and you pick up this person and they leave residue. It's like you leave residue and you never really clean the residue out because you don't know what it is. You know what I mean? We just, oh, that person did this. Some victims, what we do is we hold on to people who like, it's hard, I ain't gonna lie. But what we do is, as a victim, right, we hold on to people who hurt us because the form of rejection hurts a lot. It really does. Rejection, we don't like to say no. We want to be accepted, a lot when you've been, abused. There's a lot, man. And I've been learning this stuff, you know, and it's like, wow, this is the reason why I think like this or I do this. Oh my God. I should have been got help, but I was the one who said, I'm not going to no counselor. You know why I said that? Because I heard people around me saying, oh, I don't need no help. I'm not going to do this and I'm not going to do that. But look, I recommend you get the help that you need to set your mind free and be free because God wants you to live above all. Like, we are just living in, like, not even what God really wants us to because we can't even think about it or even imagine because we're so bound. We're so bound up and we're in bondage in ourselves because of something that somebody else did to us. You know what I mean? And it hurts. But this hurt can be relieved, man. This pain can be relieved. Forgiveness, man, it hurts. Forgiveness is not for you. It's not for, I'm sorry, it's not for them. It's for you. Mentally, for you to mentally get past, mentally see yourself through, mentally. And I was like thinking today, I'm like, God, vengeance is yours and it's not mine. Because it's like, sometimes when you go through certain things, you don't see nothing but like red, like blood. You know what I mean? But and it's like we gotta come to a place where as though we have to really give it to God, literally. And yes, I know they're gonna walk around like, oh, because that's what the enemy does. He used people that's willingly being used. So I have to keep reminding myself that the enemy is only going to use the people that he is willingly able to use. So they what did they do to Jesus? You gotta keep telling yourself this because people, God pray for them. And it's hard because I was like, God, I can't pray right now. You know what I mean? But when I get to the point where I can, then I'm going to pray, right? But my heart got to be right. So, it's like we got to go through these things, these life experiences for God. He's testing us. Why he would have test me with these things? I don't know. He want to check if I'm ready yet, right? Ready for what? God, ready for what? I keep asking, like, ready? What you want me to be ready for, right? But you know, baby steps. That's all I can say is baby steps, man. Baby steps. Baby steps. Baby steps. That's all I can say. Though we live in the world, but we don't live of it, right? I live in the world, but I don't live in it. I mean, I live in the world, but I don't live of it. I live in the world, but I don't live of it. My experiences is for God. My testimonies, my trials, my tribulations is for people that I come in contact with. Seriously. It hurts so bad. I wanted to cry. Like, it hurts me because I'm like, yo, why y'all really doing this to my baby? My baby girl. Like, do y'all know what I have to go through? But God. I keep saying, but God, right? But God, because I'm like, vengeance is the Lord's. It's not mine. My burdens are light. My yoke is easy. It's not even for me. I'm like, okay, God, but I'm going through it. Okay, reload it. That's how I feel. Like, but I do know. I don't even know what today is. What is? Today is Tuesday. But yeah, I thought just came. I just know I need to go relieve some stress. Like, literally, I really do. I haven't been to the gun range in a month, but that's where Shantae is going to be going to the gun range because I need to. I need to shoot my gun. Like, I really do. I need to relieve some stress because it's like I'm being tested on all levels, and then I'm like, God, I'm trying to, do this over here. I need to do this over here. I'm trying to push a little bit, and it's just like, it's a lot. Like, it's a lot, man. Being a single mom, being a mom who have, kids who are going through trauma and going through trauma yourself, and people look at it like, oh, it's nothing. It is a lot. If you don't know, don't speak on the experience, baby. But it is a lot. And just because some of us wear it well doesn't mean it's nothing. It's not going on. Because you're not behind closed doors with us. You don't have to lay in the same bed as me. You know what I mean? You don't have to hear, like, my thoughts. So this is real talk from the heart. I just wanted to relieve that because it was bothering me. See, this is my therapeutic moment, just talking about what's going on in my head and my heart. Because at one time I wouldn't even say anything, but now I could talk about anything because only God can judge me. Like, literally, only God can judge me. People, they try to judge you, but who are they? Like, who do they answer to? That's what you gotta ask yourself. Like, who do they answer to? And sometimes their right is wrong and their wrong is right. So, but good night. Have a great day. Bye.